Welcome back to another episode of Gurren Lagann. So in the previous one, we lost the leader. We lost Kamina. So that was a very depressing way to wrap it up. He went out with a bang, you can say that much. And there was an aspect of epicness to the entire situation of how he went out. But God, it was such a heavy, or not heavy, but it was just sad. It was just depressing watching it all unravel because you're like, oh no. And it was kind of a roller coaster as well, because at the beginning they give you all the death flags, and then they kind of flip it where it's like, wait, actually you thought he was gonna die and all the death flags were there to make you nervous, but then and you're like, wait, actually, okay, he's alive. But then they're like, no, actually, he says, oh, let's combine one last time. And you're like, wait, no, please, no. And yeah, Kamina ended up dying. But now what's gonna happen with Shimon? What's gonna happen with Yoko? And what's gonna happen with the entire movement that he's been kind of like spearheading, right? That he's been kind of leading there. Who's gonna step up to the plate? Is it gonna be Shimon? Does he have what it takes to step up to be the leader? I guess let's find out. So, if you wanna watch this, Uncut and Unblurred as always on a Patreon down in the description. And let's go into Gurren Lagann, episode 9. There's so many new scenes in the opening. Whoa! Roll capital. The generals. Adine. Oh, whoa! So we finally saw the Spiral King and the 3 generals that are left. Oh no! No! It's crying! What exactly is a human? Wow, that's a completely new title card. It's been 7 days.
しないのよ。大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫大丈夫。やるわね、ロッシュ。
すみません。どうも力の配分がつかめなくて。ロシーすごいじゃないか。ダヤッカさん、リーロンさんも。また機械室ですか？なかなか気難し屋なのよ。この大グレンちゃんは。大グレンか。ヨーコがどうしてもその名前にするって。
大グレン。
生活施設も万全。これでメインエンジンが安定してくれたらね。ボロボロだったグレンもすっかり元通りだしな。大した設備だよ。しろ！いい加減にしろよ！修理できないのが人間の心ってやつね。お前一人で乗ってんじゃねえんだぞ。連絡がはチームワークじゃねえのか。誰も頼んで乗ってもらったわけじゃない。何を？じゃあお前が一人で操縦できるってのかよ。やるよ一人で。そうだ、その方がいい。てめえ、思い上がるなよ。大体奴が死んだのだってお前がもう少ししっかりしてりゃ。
Yes, sir.
ごめんね、シモン。
別に。
That's such a fucked up thing to say. No, it's not even remotely true.
だから俺は強くなる。強くならなくちゃいけないんだ。兄貴の分まで俺が戦う。ロシューの神様はなんで兄貴を助けなかったんだ？あ、そうか。ロシューが祈ってる神は顔面だったな。だったら死ぬわ。兄貴を殺した相手が神様なんだもんな。シモン。ごめん。言い過ぎた。ブルタ、ごめん。疲れてるから。
Yeah, everyone's saying some horrible stuff because they're grieving.
やっぱ来たんしかいねえだろ。俺たちはもともとあいつの掛け声で集まったようなもんだからな。シモンじゃ頼りにならねえよ。あんな冴えねえやつ。いくらラガンを動かせるからってな。あんな新規臭いのがリーダーになったらグレンダンもおしまいだぜ。
大グレンダン。
え？
グレンダンじゃない。大グレンダン。
腹壊すなよ。
体力つけなきゃ。ライフル一つまともには使えないでしょ。四天王だとか螺旋王だとか。敵はまだまだいっぱいいるわ。
Man, the energy here is...
そうだな。
It's so depressing. Everyone's mourning.
続くな。
And everyone's so agitated because of it.
たとえ雨でも、射撃訓練した後にこうしてすぐに食事もできる。7日前には想像もできなかった。あの人のおかげね。
シモンのことなんだがな。かなり煮詰まってるみたいでな。
そう。
気にならないのか？
ケイタ、ガイア、マイシー、ナシカ、リットナーを守ってるとき、ずいぶん死んだよね。生きてくためには犠牲は出る。その分だけ生き残った私たちが頑張る。その覚悟でここまで来た。でもね、今度はダメみたい。ごめんね。自分のことで精一杯なんだ。10倍返しって言ったのに、心に10倍穴開けて、どういうつもりよ。バカ神だ。
Man.
顔面発見。右前方からこっちに向かってきます。
しつこいの嫌いよ。いいの。ラガンはグレンと合体して出る。俺一人でいいから。グレンには僕が乗ります。もしだって一人にはできないでしょ。さあ合体を。分かったよ。
Hmm.
出力が安定しない。
ひるむな。兄貴は悲鳴を上げたりしなかった。
シモンさん、落ち着いて。こんな戦い方してたら今度はあなたが死んじゃいます。
兄貴なら逃げない。兄貴なら兄貴なら
どうしたんです、シモンさん。
Ah.
エネルギーが逆流してる。ドミノが。ヤシ、大丈夫？
どうしたゴシュウ。
それが突然ラガンが分離して落ちたの？
ロシウ一人置いて敵前逃亡かよ。
ラガンが暴走したみたいでした。
暴走？本当かよ。
多分。
Man. Man, oh my god. Okay, so the vibes of this episode, man, are so rough. It's so hard to watch. But I feel bad for Shimon. Man, I feel bad for him because like Kamina is like the closest thing that he's felt to like a family. He's known Kamina for how many years? Basically for his entire cognitive life. And now that person's gone. And it's not like anyone is there to really even help him out in any way. It seems like everyone's kind of like in the same boat of just mourning and screaming at one another and just venting at one another. And obviously the one that's gonna take that the hardest is gonna be definitely Shimon. So I just feel so bad for him. Nobody's there to like, you know, at least try to pick him up or anything along those lines. At least from what we've seen so far, right? Like seriously help him. There were people who are like, yo, cheer up, man. It's all good. But like nothing serious. I feel like Yoko, I don't know, I feel like him and Yoko could maybe lick each other's wounds a bit because they're going through a similar thing. But even Yoko said that she just doesn't have the capacity to do that right now because she's overwhelmed by it as well, right? So it's such a tough situation. I feel so bad for Shimon. Oh. This is gonna be you think the white-haired girl from the opening? Like some like Code Geass stuff? It is! Interesting.
ごきげんよう。
ごきげん
あなたはどなた？
どなたって、そんな立派な。
That's a very high society speak.
ここは外ですね。これが雨。冷たい。これは。
土だけど、いいの？裸足で。
冷たくてドロドロしててネチャネチャしてて気持ちいい。
気持ちいいの？あ、
なぜあなたは私と同じなの？
え？
尻尾もないし牙とか鱗もない。それに肌も柔らかい。
そりゃそうだよ。だって俺人間だもん。
人間？
そう、人間。人だよ、人。
人って一体何ですか？
そりゃ人って言ったら俺たちみたいなこんな格好してて顔があって。
Is she gonna be the key for him to get back on his feet?
いるよ。
本当に？それは全部あなたと同じなの？同じ顔をしているの？
同じじゃないよ。同じ顔してたら気持ち悪いよ。
気持ち悪いのですか？あ、雨が止んだ。
ああ、ほんとだ。
私、なぜ外にいるのかしら？
いや、なぜって、とにかくここを抜け出さないと。これ、そんなんじゃ歩けないよ。これ履いて。
はい。私はニア。あな
Nia.
たは？
俺はシモン。
シモン。いいお名前ですね。
ありがとう。
ねえ、シモン。
何？
あれは何ですか？
The sun? Oh, never mind.
こっち。
シモン、あれは？
顔面だよ。地上にいる人間はあいつらと戦ってるんだ。戦わないと殺されるんだ。頼む、ラガン。やった。
Nice! Quick! Nice, they made it.
シモン、大丈夫ですか？
くそ、まただ。なんで言うことを聞いてくれないんだ。ラガン。
The emotions are overflowing.
走ったニア。走ったら、あとは振り向かないで逃げて。顔面は俺が食い止めるから。
でも、
嫌なんだ。もう人が死ぬのを見るのは。これ以上誰かが死ぬくらいなら、俺なんかどうなったって。
あなたは死にたいのですか？怖いのなら逃げればいいのです。死んではいけません。
怖くなんか。
嘘もいけません。逃げましょう。一緒に。
The opposite of what Kamina was saying. Kamina was like, men should never run. Nice! Nice.
やっと決まったぜ。雑草の次は女連れかよ。
細いのとか太いのとか丸いのとか四角いのとか、人ってこんなにたくさんいるんですね。
本当に見たことないわけ？他の人間を。
しか。
お父様だってよ。
ありがとう。
なぜ G がここに
嬉しい。
それで、気がついた時はなぜか箱に詰められて、谷底にいたと。村がどの辺にあったとか、覚えてないの？
村？
家のあった場所。
さあ、外へは出たことがない。
So,
お父様は外の世界は危険だとおっしゃ
you think her father was a Spiral King?
その、お父さんも心配してるだろうな。
どうでしょうか。いえ、私はお父様を怒らせてしまったようですから。
なんで？
尋ねたんです。なぜ私は生まれてきたのかと。その途端、お父様はお心を閉ざされた。
意味わかんねえ。変わったお父さんみたいね。ラガン、お前まで俺を見放すのか。一体どうしろって言うんだ、チキショー！俺は兄貴の仇も取れないのかよ。陽子さん。
よしなさい。今は何を言っても無駄。ただ、心の穴を大きくするだけよ。
Oh no. They have no time to rest.
だから湧き出てんだ。
ちょっと待って。何か近づいてる。
Don't tell me it's the general.
大きい。
シモンはどこ？グレンラガンは？
Oh, I think it's the general. Is that a centipede? A water centipede? Oh.
逃げられない。
Bad timing for us.
ども。
Horrible timing. I know that voice she said. She must be the wife, the daughter of the Spiral King.
ダッシュ？分かってます。グレンで出ます。いや。
バカ死にたいの？よしなさい。アディーネ。
何？
あれはまさか螺旋王ロージェノムの第一王女ニアの命です。
Yep.
下がりなさい。幽霊のアディーネ。私を誰と心得ますか？
Yep. I thought so. There's no one else who she could be the daughter of. Considering like she is speaking like a princess. Yep. Interesting though. This is an early confirmation. I thought it was gonna be later. Okay. So man, this first half of the episode was so it was so uncomfortable. The vibes were so off, and everyone was just like venting at one another. Nobody was trying to help one another. Everyone was venting. Everyone was just grieving and stuff like that, right? It was tough, especially like Shimon is one of the youngest people there, and obviously he's the one who spent the most time with Kamina as well. He was the closest to Kamina. He was relying on Kamina the most as well. He was also fighting with him, so obviously Shimon's gonna get hit the hardest, and Yoko got hit really hard as well. But Shimon is a lot younger than Yoko as well. And as Yoko said, Yoko did already have to face a lot of loss in her life. Meanwhile, Shimon only, well, from what we know, the only big loss that he faced so far was when he was basically really young with his parents, right? And now it's Kamina. So obviously he's gonna be the one struggling the most with accepting this. I think that's completely normal. It's so rough seeing how, obviously, the second that happened, he's been like all the responsibility that he has had prior to this has been carrying over, right? He can't just afford to be broken because he has everyone's lives in his hands, but also he can't just continue on doing what he was doing prior to it because his output and his piloting skills and everything is heavily reliant on his emotional stability. So it's so tough. It's so tough. I don't think anyone can blame Shimon for being the way that he is, right? He's like, I don't know how old he's supposed to be, but he's a kid who you cannot have, yeah, I don't think anyone can blame him for acting the way that he is. If he was like maybe someone who's older and stuff like that, you can make the argument, but like for a kid like that, Yeah, no way can you blame him for going through this. And it feels like it is. I also really like how Yoko is kind of understanding towards him, right? She knows that she can't really do much for him, especially because she also doesn't, as she said earlier, she doesn't have the capacity right now to do it. But yeah, I like how she is understanding in a way of, hey, just let him be on his own, let him think about it, let him mull it through and stuff like that. And it feels like this girl, Nia, she's gonna be the thing that's gonna probably at least somewhat fill the hole that Kamina has left behind in Shimon's heart. So hopefully she is gonna be that missing piece of the puzzle that's gonna reignite Shimon, right? Back into not necessarily the old Shimon, but a new Shimon, let's say. A new, a better Shimon. So I hope that's gonna be the case. I also really like how Nia said, you know, that it's okay to run away, like otherwise you're just gonna die. Do you wanna die? If you're staying, you're dying. Which goes so against everything that Kamina was saying to Shimon. Like Kamina was always like, hey, we can't run away. We need to fight. We're men. We need to fight no matter what. So I really like that. I feel like it's kind of like a thing of, hey, you're not Kamina. You don't need to be Kamina. You're Shimon, right? Don't follow the footsteps of someone who ended up dying because of his beliefs and stuff like that, right? Follow your own footsteps, you know? Follow your own, or not follow your own footsteps, that doesn't make sense, but follow your own life path, you know? So make your own life path, which I hope that's gonna be what's gonna be the story of Shimon, right? Is gonna be him finding his own path instead of just following Kamina's path, because he is not Kamina and he shouldn't be Kamina. He should be Shimon, right? So I hope that's gonna be what he realizes. But I guess we'll find out. Nia, really interesting. Obviously, I feel like it was kind of obvious that she was gonna be the Spiral King's daughter, right? Because who else would she be, considering like she's old princessy? Also, Spiral King looks very human. I don't know if I don't know how exactly she came to be. I'm guessing, I don't know if he is human. He's talking about humans, obviously, in a way that doesn't feel like he himself is a human, but also maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll see, right? That's kind of like still a mystery for us. But also, I like the way that Yoko is, I already kind of said this, but I like the way that Yoko is portrayed. Like, and how she's dealing with the entire thing, and I want to see how she manages to deal it. I feel like she's dealing it in a way that you would expect of someone her age. I don't know exactly, like, you know, young adult. I feel like she is dealing with it in that kind of way, which is really cool as well. So yeah, I'm really, I like that it's getting a bit positive towards the end of the episode. It's getting a bit more up. It's not as depressing as the first half of the episode. So I hope the episodes from here on out, you know, start gaining that momentum back and getting back on track of the hype of Gurren Lagann. But for now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.